Hey guys, thanks for joining me. The tuning condenser and the tuning mechanism for the Airline 62425, just a short video to show how it works. One spring in between, and you can see it's keyed with some holes for alignment around the top part of the shaft that drives the front side of the tuning, and of course a spring for tension and one set screw. First thing I'm going to do is remove the one set screw down here and then slide the belt forward and then release the spring. And you can see that took pressure off of the spring itself. Do the same for up here. See if I can get back in here. Remove the spring from the band. And it appears to be a piece of brass that is cut maybe 1/4 of an inch wide and keyed. Let me lay this down and I'll provide the dimensions just in case somebody needs to reproduce this. And here's the dimensions just in case someone needs to reproduce this. Again, it is made out of soft brass. It's non-magnetic, and you can see the spring itself, total length all the way back to the hooks, 12 to 13 millimeters in length. And everything else to scale here. I'll scan this and place a document where you can download it in the video description. You see the rear side of the L bracket itself that mounts to the tuning condenser. Just a split washer holding the shaft in place. You can see I got the split washer removed. And I can just pull this out. You can see the dial scale itself is keyed at the top and the bottom itself to hold it inside the bracket. And I've already got a small crack here in the dial scale, so I'll go ahead and reproduce it. Publish a video later on it. You can see it's been taped here on the back where it was cracked. Removing it will afford me to be able to get the grommet replaced there for the dial light assembly and just inspect the wiring itself for that 6.3 volt lamp as well, just to make sure there's no issue there. Let me spin this thing around. And there's a closer look of the bracket itself. And you can see that grommet is used up. Let me get these two fasteners loose here. Just get those out of the way. And I think there's 3 fasteners on the bottom side that hold the tuning condenser capacitor back to the chassis itself. Looks like they had some lock nut material applied. You can see the red flaky stuff coming off. Alright, I'm going to have to lubricate this just a bit, see if I can get some penetrating oil down here or some WD-40 and break this one fast. Alright, just a little WD-40. I was able to use it. Let's place the fasteners back in here for now so I don't misplace them. I'll clean those up. Part of the grommet. One thing I found interesting, you can see this little stub of a wire cut off, and then the other lead that I used to test the receiver, the antenna lead here. I think somebody's soldered that on back to the same location, but I'll do more due diligence just to make sure this is not a gimmick capacitor by design. Probably not, but we'll look at it closer once I get the tuning condenser out and remove the antenna coil. The additional resistors and capacitor as well that I had mentioned in the previous video that still need to be replaced and or verified. Of course, the cap will come out for sure. Yeah, I think the wire cut off back here was maybe the original antenna lead wire. Somebody just soldered this on. There is a gimmick capacitor, which is typical between the broadcast band and the oscillator section itself. You can see it looped around here as this lead comes down. Looks like there's 2.5 turns right in here. Again, a gimmick capacitor, probably in the 2 to 5 picofarad range. There's a better look at the gimmick that I was just speaking to. You see the tip of my pencil, the lead wire coming from the antenna coil. Looks to be going to the front section of the tuning condenser, and then the rear section of the tuning condenser a couple turns. I'll be able to see that better once it's removed from these. And you can see it is just the 3 fasteners there coming from the tuning condenser. Got one here, one over here, and one over here. This actually is the tie down point for the oscillator coil as well. Go ahead and bring this full mesh, clean it up so I don't bend the plates on the way out. And there we have it, one tuning condenser, again with the antenna coil. There's a look at that gimmick capacitor. You can see it. You guys can see the dial scale is not made to really be removed from the stem. I drilled it out, and I'll just try to tap that and replace everything back on there. That is the dial pointer after reproducing the dial scale. A better look at the antenna coil and the connection. Someone had soldered a lead on here to go back to a long wire antenna, and that so happens to be that same piece I said was a stub. Not sure in the beginning if it was a gimmick capacitor. That's not the case. You can see the gimmick capacitor located here at my finger, tying back to the rear section of the tuning condenser. And the factory number, I believe, 102.33.53.01. And there we have it, ready to lift off of the tuning condenser. And for future reference, I've got 2 trimmers, one on this side for the rear section and one on this side for the rear section. Front section, just 1 trimmer active. On this side, I'll remove the mica pieces before cleaning the tuning condenser. But you can see the capacitance full mesh. Just for reference, I'll preset those to get me back close to where I found the receiver to be playing. So around 263, 264 picofarads for the rear section. Let me go to the front section. Turn the meter back on. And 368, we'll call it, picofarads for the front section. So that'll give me a good starting point before completing the RF alignment itself. See if I can walk these out. There's the second piece out. I already got the one out on the other side. All right, let me take this nasty thing outside and just hose it off real quick, and then I'm going to soak it with some water and citric acid overnight and see where we end up. If that's not enough, I'll come back and leave it in there just a little bit longer. See if I can get some of the crud off of this thing, get it reinstalled, and then again move on to reproducing the dial scale, get the assembly back in. And I'll look at the tuning condenser after cleaning it in some citric acid and water and drying it well. Still just a little touch up in places that looks much better. And I've done a test just to make sure none of the plates are shorted. Everything looks good there. Still need to clean up the mica pieces and the adjustment screws and get those placed back in. Get the antenna coil bracket cleaned up and do some lead wire dress, resistors and capacitors replaced in that same area. And we get this back installed. Thanks for watching to this point. Everyone take care. Stay well.